Welcome to another video. This is a bit of a different one. What are we doing today, Yusuf? Tell me.
Installing these lovely things on Stefan's Movi.
And what do these allow us to do?
These allow us to mount heavier than usual payloads, especially front heavy payload, that sort of thing.
So focus, IRIS and zoom like 3 motors.
And not have to use counterweights.
I'll show you an example of the counterweight. I've actually got the plate. Cinemilled, Pedro in America makes these plates which have these holes over here, and then that allows you to put weights on here at different sizes and different weights. What's the drawback on that, Yusuf?
You have to sort of unscrew the counterweights,
yeah,
which it takes some doing to slide the plate in and out. Also, it adds weight, and that's never a good thing because although the Movi is lighter than other gimbals, it's with a full nice rig or nice payload, it's still heavy.
Yeah. I'll show some pictures of what it will look like with this weight system, and it's probably not the best. It's an option, but it's not the best option. Personally, we both think that the best option is using these offsets, and we're going to attach it. We're going to show you how to attach these mounts to the Movi Freefly because it's a bit of an operation. So I've called Yusuf over here, my boy, to see if he can help me out in his lab, and we're gonna walk you through. So what's the first step, bro?
Well, the great thing is I've done all the mistakes. I've made all the mistakes, so hopefully this time I shouldn't make any more mistakes. Key thing to note, again, one thing not to mess it up, is Freefly supply these two things, 2 and 2.5.
Yep.
You're gonna need a 2.5 and a 1.5. Key thing to note with the Freefly ones is they are sort of ball Allen keys, and the problem with those is they get worn out, and if they get worn out then you're more likely to strip your things. Use the straight ones. You need 1.5, 2.5. Right, there are only 2 real things that you need to screw and unscrew, and those are the stock tilt cage clamps and the TSU, I think it's called, tilt stage unit. These 4 screws. These 4 screws, key thing to note is be very, very, very careful when undoing them, but most importantly when putting them back in. So first thing, take off the top part of the cage. That's one part off. And the next thing to do is go to the bottom, get the 1.5, and you've got 4 screws to take out. So to take this off, you need to pull off all these
like
rubber sort of guards for the ports, and then carefully prise this open and be very careful, hold on to this cable here, and this is off. There you go.
Wow, there's the brains.
They're the brains, well, some of the brains of the Movi. Right, the next thing, you'll need actually some other tools. You'll need one of these long nose, and that's just to prise out these. So put your front thumb there and then just pull this out.
What's this over here?
Just get a very thin sort of flathead screwdriver, and you need to push this out. Try and get it from the ends. And this one you need to be very, very careful with because it's very, very thin wires. You don't want to break it. There you go. So you've got that out now.
So let me get that in focus. So that is that the main?
That's the IMU.
That's the IMU connector.
And the bullet connectors, you should be really careful. Yeah. Make sure you note which one's which. As red is red, black is black. Just pull them apart carefully. Yeah. And remember, hold on to the connectors rather than the cable. Next thing you need to do is push out this cable holder.
Okay.
There you go. So that just loosens the cable from the cage. Next thing you need to do, which is a bit fiddly, take this out of here. So now you've got a loose cable, and now what you can do is you loosen these 4 clasps. It might be a little bit tight, but you need to pull out the bottom cage. Pull out the cage full stop.
The floor cage, cool.
Right, now you need the 2.5.
Yeah.
And you've got 4 screws on each side. Now this is the part where you could easily mess it up if you use the ball thing because it strips the screws. I've done it. And it's not a quick fix, unfortunately. So now we're putting the offsets on, and the one thing to mention is that this goes on the right hand side to replace this one, and this one has a hole big enough, and this one has a slat so your cable can go through, and that's how you know. We're going to do the cable one first, and you can just see here, cable slots right through there, and then you've got 4 screws to put on, so we'll do that now. One more point to mention, because we're installing the second offset, is on here, and this is a mistake I made, so I thought I'd tell you guys about it. This little tab needs to go onto this little tab here. Easy mistake to make, trust me. But needs to go on that tab. That tab, that tab.
Pretty damn sexy on my Movi. So those are the old ones. In with the new.
Lovely stuff. Make sure it's tight. I'd recommend using some Loctite. I haven't on here, and I haven't really on mine yet, but I probably would use Loctite. Offsets are installed, so now it's the fun sort of task of putting things back together again.
Alright.
So first things first, the cage. So these. And this doesn't really matter which when you put it on, front or back. Nearly there. Here comes the fun part, putting this back together again. Okay. This, and then 4 screws.
Okay.
Right, so here comes the fun part. This needs to sit. So first we'll put them back together. So red to red, black to black. And then let's plug this bad boy in. And so now everything's plugged in. Now we need to just sit it tight and as it was. Right.
That's just the cap now.
Yeah, so this, you need to battle against these things here and then this thing popping out.
Oh wow.
So you need to pull all these things out.
Yeah.
And then that's actually been really easy.
Oh.
What's really helpful is that these things, these little rubber caps, actually hold it in place once you've got it on there.
So you can just put the screw
So
down.
you can sort of let go and then you can screw it in nicely. Do not over tighten these.
Okay. Oh. Movi upgrade. He did it.
This thing here, quite annoying.
What does that cable do?
It just holds the centre of the cage. Keeps it to the side.
Got you.
And then,
Oh, 1 second, my hand.
pretty
Here we
much
go.
done.
So hopefully now we're going to try and put this camera on here and see if it all turns on and works okay, and we should hopefully be golden. Okay, gonna put it on the ring and turn everything on and see if it works. Okay. So here it is, the Movi Pro with the Ignite TB50 adapters and the Ronin 2 TB50 batteries, and the tilt offsets. So let's see what payload we got here. So we have the red Epic, we have the red Monstro with a Sigma 18-35 Cine. We've got a RT Motion motor on here. We've got a Kinex. We have a top plate made by Ignite Digi, and we also have the Misfit Atom. Oh, sorry, we have another motor here.
So these aren't going to be connected. I just thought I'd put as much stuff on there as possible to simulate a front heavy load.
That's it. So this is a front heavy load, which it would not probably work on a normal stock OEM Movi without the offsets.
What we've also done, which another thing that Ignite Digi make, is these carbon fibre plates. So you can put your Connex or Teradek, and also you can put your MDR. And what that allows you to do is you mount them here, so it pushes the weight back as far as possible. If you've got a heavy lens, that's how you balance it, because you've got weight back here. So now, because we've got the offsets on, it's humongously back heavy, because this isn't the heaviest of front payloads, it's going to have to go a fair bit forward. So that's there, near enough there. Cool.
And now let's do the up and down.
And now here's where the Ignite Digi offsets come into their own, because the second feature, although on top of the offset feature, is it gives you 1 clasp versus 4 clasp. Oh, sorry, 2 versus 4.
2 versus 4 clasp.
You undo that.
Yeah, do the one on the other side.
Undo that. Obviously, it's massively back.
So you're going to push it towards
So
you.
push it towards me.
Until it stays still. And then we just lock those down. Okay, so we've pretty much got it there.
Cool.
Nice.
And
Should
now
we do the Panama as well to see? Do you want to lock those batteries down as well?
Yeah, go on then. So the batteries are on.
Here it is. Give it a little rotation.
Is that what we wanted to do?
Here we have the Movi Pro with the modified Ignite Digi adapters. Yeah, here we go. This is the little package. Do Do you wanna give it a little go? Let's do it this way.
Let's have a look.
Let's see if everything's balanced well. There we are. Look at that. Perfect Freefly, buttery smooth gimbalness. Okay, I'm gonna stop this video because the little overheating icon just came up, and so yeah. Thanks Yusuf for sorting me out with this little upgrade. Make sure to follow him at Wild Mango Films. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Instagram, all that lot, at @StephenKnight_. Make sure to check out my work at www.stephenknight.com. Thanks for being in the description. See you on the next one. Peace!